Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick, and today guys we're going to be jumping down into the world of Bitcoin, taking a look at what has been going on most recently and what I would expect to happen next. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe. Tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Now, I'm still under the weather, so I'm going to try to keep this nice and brief, but give you everything you need to know about what I think is going on here with a BTC. So here we have Bitcoin paired up with USDT. We're on the hourly chart, and Binance is the data source. Now, we are looking at this 5-wave move down. We're yet to actually complete the 5th wave, and we're yet to invalidate the 5th wave, which means we're just in this kind of status play right here. We have been trading sideways here. This is also known as a continuation pattern. You could also look at this as a bear flag. It's entirely up to you, depending on, I guess, how you want to kind of look at these things. So if I were to draw a trend line just here, and I draw another one at the top end here, you can kind of see the idea here. Basically, you have the pole, you have the flag, and then you drop back down, okay? So these continuation patterns, they kind of lead us down into this range. Now, we are talking about this 5th wave landing between 28,400 and 28,900. However, typically on these weekends, you do nothing but trade sideways. You know, institutional money isn't really doing too much, whales aren't really tending to do too much, and retail money is not really getting involved in Bitcoin for the obvious reasons. So we are looking at completing this, and you know, we could also take a look at it as a 4th wave here as well if we take that recent high, and it does look like we are going to land inside this box, but more than likely the upper end. So I would be really looking at 28,900 there. Now, here we can obviously see this move coming down here. It's a pretty obvious one. Now, for those who are unfamiliar with Elliott Wave theory, what it's doing is tracking people's behavior, so people who are trading Bitcoin and their behavior in the space. Okay, and it's been observed that you have these 5-wave moves. Okay, if this particular move down here is greater than 1.618. okay, now in this case it clearly is greater than 1.618, which means you move up, and as long as the 4th wave does not cross the 1st wave, you always move down into these low ranges. It's just about being patient and kind of, you know, understanding that this is mapping people's behavior. Now, over the weekend, when there's not so many traders in the space, you have to obviously expect things to take a little bit longer. But obviously, you know, Elliott Wave does not give us timings. It just gives us the moves, okay, in the space. So we know that everything moves in waves based on the psychology of how people behave, and obviously this relates to the Fibonacci numbers. So that's kind of what's going on there with BTC on the smaller time frame. And obviously, you know, we had this 5-wave move coming on up here. Now, it is possible that we move into the invalidation point here. I don't think it's likely, but it is possible. And this would be 31,371. If you hit this, then we go up higher towards our $33,000 target before we eventually move down. Okay, there is no scenario here in I can see that we do not move down. And again, these are because we are tracking the waves, and the waves are going on here. So if I come up into our 4th wave, our 4-hourly chart here, you can see that we have actually mapped this down towards our $22,967 range. Now, the reason for this is this is a 4th wave move. Okay, all of this that we've currently been experiencing is a 4th wave move, and there's a 5th wave to come down lower. That 4th wave would have to go up significantly higher. It would have to come all the way up to this area here, which would be 38,500, okay, to invalidate such a move. So unless Bitcoin moves up there to past 38,500, then we are likely to move down to this range. This is just how the waves counts work. This is what's been observed, and you have to understand this doesn't give us timings. It just gives us how people are behaving in the space. Okay, so really important that we understand what it's doing and what it's not doing. Okay, and you know, try to have a little bit of patience, I guess, if you're waiting for a move to come on down lower. It will come, in my opinion, but again, you know. It is all about your own time horizons. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot give you financial advice. All I can do is give you my thoughts and opinions on the data inside the charts here for Bitcoin using Elliott Wave theory, and what this means going further forward. Okay, so we are still targeting out these low ranges. We have not gone higher than $38,500, and therefore we haven't invalidated this low point, and which therefore it means it still has to happen. Okay, so let's be very clear about that. Unless Bitcoin's price moves up to invalidate any of these moves, there is still a downward action to be had here. And therefore, we cannot let the FOMO get into us. Yes, the price is probably going to be moving up a little bit here, but essentially we are looking at this downward move. These are called bear traps. Essentially, you feel that you're going to be, moving on up. We're going to miss the boat, and we're going to, miss out, and all of a sudden the damn thing reverses on you. And how many times have you been caught out because of that? Understand that things take time, and this is not instant money. This is investing. Okay, this isn't gambling, and it's important that we understand, how to actually, interact in the space. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to this hourly chart. I'm going to bring back the stochastic RSI. Here you can see that we are lowering this down. We're about midway through, and we're bouncing around a little bit. I'm not expecting too much over the weekend. As I said, right, the people who are usually the big hitters when it comes to BTC, they aren't really playing on the weekends, okay, which is often why I don't use odd number analysis, right? I don't use like a 3-day analysis period or a 5-day analysis period, because it includes weekends where that skews your data. And so I look at a full week, or I look at a daily, I look at the 8-hourly, the 4-hourly, etc., and helps us understand. Now, the 4-hourly chart, look, we're moving on up. This means there is a pullback coming here, okay, as we correct down here on this 4-hourly chart. Now, the 8-hour is down in the oversold area, so we'll look for a bounce to the upside, which I think will come once we hit this 5th wave low. And the daily is also progressing down, which I think will reverse back up a little bit. And once we have the bounce, we'll then drop down again, and I'm expecting I'm actually expecting 3 5-wave counts as we kind of end up coming down towards our low targets of $22,947. So, I think there's a long way to go here. It's not going to be quick. It's not going to be easy. And, if this space was, we'd all be, billionaires by now. But, essentially, you got to kind of be very, very patient. You got to understand how this game is played. And, ultimately, I'm not tracking patterns with candlesticks here necessarily. I'm tracking is people's behavior in the space. And this is something that has been observed in Dow Jones. And considering Bitcoin is a highly liquid market here, we should follow this exactly the same way. And unless this 4th wave goes up higher than 31,371, then we will be moving down, and we should come down into these low ranges, provided we don't actually go up any higher. The higher you go with the 4th wave, the lower you go with the 5th wave. So understand these things. If you're not familiar with edit wave theory, there's plenty of reading to be done online. Go ahead and check it out. Guys, I'm going to leave the video there. If you found this useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.